We've got baseball coming up for Jackie Robinson Day. It's the Chicago Cubs and the San Diego Padres. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Chris, today a special day on the Major League Baseball calendar, Jackie Robinson Day. Everyone on the field wearing number 42 to honor Jackie and his breaking of the professional baseball color barrier in 1947 with the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Well, Boog, it's a great day for everyone in terms of just the unity that it helped to bring forth within our country, and a lot of times that's done through sport. But for me, as a black player, when I think about Jackie Robinson and I think about the connection of such a great player and all of the adversity that he had to endure, baseball's hard enough just to play, but then everything sort of on the field, off the field, and how he persevered through that, so inspiring.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And today's starting pitcher, Joe Musgrove. What do we have on him?
Well, last year, kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Clips the corner. 0-2 now. And it goes just foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Dansby Swanson stands in.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately, collecting extra base hits routinely.
In there at the knees, and it's 0-1. Musgrove, a guy that really fills up the strike zone, rarely walks people. The downside is the home run ball more likely in play. And that is out of play. 1 out, base is empty. Good job to fight that one off. This to third. Machado throws to first in time. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Dansby Swanson.
Well, I'd say there's a pretty good level of confidence when you're hitting over 350 against a starting pitcher. So at the very least, I think we can expect him to have some quality ABs against this starter.
2 outs, base is empty. Kyle Tucker, the next Cub to hit.
Well, pitchers like this usually work down in the zone a lot, but these days, with all the uppercut swings most hitters are taking to elevate the ball, pitchers almost have to be effective up in the zone with hard stuff. So maybe that's one area he can improve in his game to try to combat that long ball.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. 2 outs, base is empty. As a hitter, does knowing that this guy's going to be in the zone, does that make you more aggressive?
Kind of, but you still have to stay on that backside. You've got to make sure you get pitch recognition and let your hands work.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And the Cubs go 1-2-3. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. And now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. Today's starting pitcher, Matthew Boyd. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
They're looking for him to get through the lineup a couple of times, limit as much damage as possible, and keep this game close. He's not exactly expected to eat up innings, Boog, but he's capable of doing that if he plays his cards right in this one.
Bottom of the first, and now the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. Right through there for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Now the 0-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Tucker on the move. Makes the grab, 1 down. As we take a look at the Padres lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
So with 1 down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Towards first, Bush takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. Luis Arraez stands in. He's a left-handed batter who still comes up with good contact and a good average against left-handed pitchers. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. All right, so you hit lefty. What makes it so hard to face a left-handed pitcher?
Left-handers, they just seem to have different arm angles. So to keep that front shoulder in there and really discipline yourself can be tough sometimes. But the guys that do it well, man, I tip my cap to them every day.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow right field, and that is that. We played an inning, no score. All set for the start of the inning, and now the DH, Seiya Suzuki. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Suzuki matched a homer in his last game. The 1-1 is fouled off. One, 2 now. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Three balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And he walked him. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Ian Happ up to hit. That one hammered center field back there. That one is gone. He circles the bases. His 4th home run of the season. It's 2-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Now the third baseman, Matt Shaw. And first offering is fouled off.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Here's a rocket out to left. And it's caught for the out. Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. Hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance. But if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike. You go after him and finish him off.
There's a strike.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye. And it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
And James Kingsley says he won a round. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the 2nd. Fastball is outside. And foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And there's a ball. He goes down looking. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Manny Machado. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Hit hard on the ground is short. In time to Busch. 1 up, 1 down. Next for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. See, every time you see me, I got something new. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no strike.
That one fouled off. Just missed.
2-1.
Just missed. And there's a foul ball.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play. So a man at first. Luis Campusano digs in now.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
That one missed. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 2.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Snap throw to first. Merrill back on a dive. Man at first, one away. On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3, double play. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Cubs 2 and the Padres nothing. New inning getting started. So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. Musgrove back to work. Left field. Hayward on his way over. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
Birdie batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Birdie, 35 years old, and he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games. That misses, and that's ball 1.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That's a little bit low. And it remains 2-2. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Merrill makes the grab. 2 down. Swanson digs in. Grounded out his first time. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness. Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
2 outs. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So they make short work of him there. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Cubs 2 and the Padres nothing. Back here in San Diego, and here's the first baseman, Connor Joe. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. 0 for 4 in the loss yesterday. That's in there. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Just missed. Joe on at first, nobody out. That misses the zone, and that's ball 2.
1 strike.
Right through there for a strike.
2-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and there's one away. Here's Jason Hayward.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
Whoa.
Just missed.
1-0.
Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it stays fair. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knot. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
Here's Xander Bogaerts, and that's in for a strike. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Inside, and the count even 1-1. And that one fouled off. Missed with a changeup. 2-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Two on, 1 out. Here's Bogaerts driving one in the air. Deep left field. That's back there. That's long gone. That should get the dugout going. It's 3-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Tatis stands in now, looks at that one inside.
1 ball, no strike.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And there's 2 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
2 outs, base is empty. Luis Arraez, the next to hit. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So a 3-run shot for the Padres here. It's now a 3-2 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Start of the 4th. So up now for Chicago, Kyle Tucker. High fly ball pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. Gone. Kyle Tucker sends it out, and we're all square. It's 3-3. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
We take another look as StatCast tells us that ball took off at 110 miles an hour.
And plenty of distance as well. I mean, that was an impressive home run, Boog. He squared it up and knew it was gone.
At the plate, Seiya Suzuki. He walked and came around to score his first time up. Fouled off down the right side. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. The other way, and that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. To second, pulls him off the bag.
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
And up next for Chicago, Ian Happ. He's already homered in this game. That misses. Ball 1.
You know, these Cubs showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Suzuki leads off second with nobody out. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Squirts away a little bit. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
Here's a 2-2. Ground ball to the right side. One away as the second run of the inning scores.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. 0 for 1 so far. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. And strike 2.
0-2.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. Battling here as he fouls it away. And that skips in the dirt.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And now it's even up.
2-2.
Ground ball right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
The first baseman,
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that's way high, and it's 1-0. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, great stop. Throws from his knees. Got him. A beautiful play to end the inning.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Manny Machado. On the inside corner for a strike.
You know, these Padres doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So up next, Jackson Merrill. Reached on an infield single his first time. Slider misses outside. Base hit, so they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Everything came together for him. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Stepping in for San Diego, Luis Campusano. Boyd checks over to first, and he's back. That's off the mark. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Swing and a foul out of play. Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one is absolutely belted. It bangs off the Western Metal Building, and it's gone. A home run. That'll fire up the dugout, and they lead it. It's 5-4.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him, he finds a way to punish you. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
1 down. Now here is Connor Joe. He swings and fouls one off. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-2. That one just misses.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
The next pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And That's a little bit high.
That pitch was pretty borderline at the top of the zone, and he's not digging the call out there on the mound. Clearly pretty frustrated, so he's going to have to collect himself a little.
One down, base is empty. And down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
So digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. Just off the outside edge. Next pitch is outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. On the ground. Birdie fires over to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. 2 across on this San Diego homer. It's now a 5-4 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the catcher, Miguel Amaya. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1.
You know, these Cubs, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
0-2 now. Curve in the dirt.
1-2.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Hayward sizes this one up, and there's one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Fought off foul. In the air, left side. Hayward going back on this one. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the second baseman, John.
So the batting order turns over. Jon Berti at the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Popped foul out of play off to the right. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. That one the other way. Joe. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing across here this half. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Padres 5 and the Cubs 4. back here at Petco Park. John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom five, Jason Hayward.
Just some whips we roll. Oh, always we know. Just some things we show. Oh, cool hat trick. Watch me backspin off the Atlas. Past tense, maneuver through you half.
And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
You know, these Padres doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The numbers say their chase rate, or swings at pitches outside the zone, is under 25%, and I think that's a big reason why they're scoring runs.
On the ground, right side. Fires over to first. One up, one down.
By not chasing out of the zone, they're getting good pitches to hit. When you can do that, you have a much better chance to square up the baseball and do damage like they have so far.
Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. He's already homered here in this one. Inside, almost got him. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, heading for two. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
One out, runner at second. And now the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr. First pitch misses. And that drops in for a strike. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Yency Almonte up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Brazier getting cranked up as well. Runner at second here, one gone. Out to short, Swanson. And they take care of Tatis for the out. Luis Arraez now at the plate. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
That's in there. That's strike one. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. Now this is in the air down the line. Happ on the move. Brings it in. And that'll do it. One hit, one left. 5 innings complete. It's the Padres 5 and the Cubs 4. Back at the ballpark here on Jackie Robinson Day. All set for the top of the 6th. So up now for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. Musgrove back to work. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. You know, Singy, when you think about every player wearing number 42 on Jackie Robinson Day, you can thank Ken Griffey Jr. for all of it. Griffey was the first player to come up with the idea of wearing number 42 back on April 15th in 1997, the 50th anniversary of Robinson's Major League debut. The shortstop takes the ball. That was also the day that Bud Selig retired his number. And Griffey, who was playing for the Mariners at the time, asked to have his uniform number flip-flopped, switching from 24 to 42. There's a strike. That's hard hit on the line. And there's one down. Here's Kyle Tucker. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball one. The Cubs trailing by a run, and we're in the top half of the sixth. There's a swing and a drive. That one's deep. And that ball is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and it ties it up. It's 5-5. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Merrill hauls it in, 2 away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
And next for the Cubs, Ian Happ. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jason Adam up and loosening in the pen. Suarez warming up as well. 2 outs. And that's way high. And now it's even 1-1. Two down, nobody on. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Way inside.
No. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That's back there, and that's going to bang against the wall. Now he turns and heads for second. The relay, and in there with a double off the wall.
All over that one right there. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Joe Musgrove is done in this one, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment. Brian Hoeing gets the call from the pen.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And up next for Chicago, Matt Shaw. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Slider for a strike. Happ at second with 2 down. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. A towering shot. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a pair. It's 7-5. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. A slider right down the middle of the plate. It's like slow motion for a hitter. You're just licking your chops, waiting for it to arrive, and you want to hit it a long way, and he did.
So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. Swings through that one for strike 1. Hoeing, 28 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2019. There's the strike, 95 of that one. Stays alive. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. This one in the air, center field. Merrill should have this one. Makes the grab, and that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working, and it's 7-5. You're dialed into the show. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Yency Almonte.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Machado in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. In the air, center field. And there's one down.
Up next for the Padres, the center field.
Jackson Merrill will hit next. He's 2 for 2.
This is some places we go. It's just some whips we roll. Oh, always we know. Just some things we show.
Outside with a breaking ball. Swings and misses. And the count 1-1.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
That's down and in. The Padres down by a pair here in the bottom of the 6th. That one fouled off. 2-2. Line drive caught.
Nice swing and good solid contact. That ball was smoked, but needed a little more lift to get into the outfield gap. Maybe a little more backspin.
Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Luis Campusano. First pitch just misses.
1-0.
Just missed.
2 balls, no strike.
Slice to right, and that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his second extra base hit in this one. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now a chance for Connor Joe. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Runner at second, 2 down. And that's in the dirt.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Out in front and foul to the left side. There's a strike.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Squirts away a little bit. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Jake Cronenworth in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And that's the inning. Padres leave 1, and they're down 7-5. Top of inning number 7. Now the Cubs catcher, Miguel Amaya. And takes low for ball 1. Check swing, called strike.
Nope, ball 2.
Bounce to the left side. And a foul ball. And that one ripped into right. Tatis brings it in with a nice running grab.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Merrill settles under this one. Drops into the glove. And there are 2 down.
The second baseman, John.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, John Birdie. 0 for 3 in this one. In there, and it's 0-1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Pitch misses, and it's 1-1. Line to left. Hayward hauls it in to end the inning. Cubs are down quietly. They're still up 7-5. Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, number 42.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
That misses off the outside edge. Inside, just missed. That one misses, and that's ball 3.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
That one's in there, and the count's full.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Got him. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Hayward in the box again. Takes a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Ryan Brazier up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Hodge getting loose as well. Check swing called strike. And that is strike 2. Fastball is outside.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Yeah, and here comes Xander Bogaerts. And there's a strike. The Cubbies trying to protect a 2-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Foul ball. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Adrian Morejon. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Dansby Swanson. The shortstop takes a ball. And that one fouled off. Pitch is in there. 1-2. And there's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. Tatis under it. And he makes the catch. And there's one down.
The bat, the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
So digging in, Kyle Tucker. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
Out towards left center. Hayward hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
2 outs, base is empty. And next is the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki. Pulls that one foul. Two outs. Right through there for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Jason Adam getting ready to go. Matsui also getting ready. And they'll do it again. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Misses, and it's 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Ground ball up the middle. Over to Joe. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. And the Cubs are down in order. They lead it 7-5. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Porter Hodge.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper. Activity in the bullpen. Ryan Presley up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Got him. And there's one down.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And here is Luis Arraez. And that's outside. Check swing called strike. And that's strike one. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the eighth inning. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. In time to Bush. And that quickly, two away.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Here's Machado. And a little something extra at stake in this at bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. And Manny gets a piece. Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
Oh, you never like to cut it that close, but the hitting streak will live on at least another day.
Little bit of a tense moment, Singy. Looked like that might be the end of it.
I don't know. The way he's been going, his confidence must be sky high. So even if it takes until his last at bat, you get that sense that a hit's coming from this guy one way or another.
And the batter now, Jackson Merrill. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Machado leads off first with two down to the inning. Up and in, and 1-1. Tying run at the plate.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
The tying run at the plate. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball. That missed inside, and now it's 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Now a screamer into the outfield. And that ends the inning. So one hit is all they get. 9th inning coming up. It's the Cubs 7, Padres 5. Back here in San Diego, all set to start the 9th in this one. Now the left fielder, Ian Happ. Morejon back to work. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
Well, it's safe to say he won't be getting invited to the charity golf tournament this offseason.
Here's the third baseman, Matt Shaw. Back in the 6th, he drove a 2-run shot out of here to help them get the lead they're working with.
Yeah, definitely one of the bigger moments in this game so far, and it could be one we look back on when this game is over as well.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Double-barreled action in the bullpen for San Diego. Johnny Brito preparing to come on if needed. Waldron getting cranked up as well. And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball 2.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
In the air, out towards left center. Merrill makes the grab, one away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Michael Busch.
And next for the Cubs, Michael Busch. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Step off, throw to first. Happ dives back in safely. Morejon, a lefty who lights up the radar gun. 26 years old, and he was born in Cuba. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Joe. And he takes it himself for the out.
The batter, the catcher, Miguel.
Next to hit, Miguel Amaya. Outside low, and that's ball one.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
And it's fouled away. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the ninth. And that's outside. Now 2 balls and a strike. And that's outside.
2 strikes.
That one ripped. And that's just foul.
Just a matter of inches from picking up an RBI base hit and maybe a double in the process. That was barely foul.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Line drive. Fair ball. Happ on his way home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Well, he really had to battle for that one. Man, that was so fun to watch. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So, man aboard, Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. This one smoked, could be trouble. And that's a double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And up next for Chicago, John Birdie. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. That clips the corner. Hard hit, right side. Cronenworth throws on to first. And that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 8-5. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Ryan Pressly.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Here's the catcher to hit, Luis Campusano. There's the strike. And he grounds one back up the middle. Swanson fires over to first. And they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And now the first baseman, Connor Joe, 1 for 3. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Slice down the right side. The Padres trailing by 3. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And that's downstairs. 1-2 to count. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And that's outside. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 3. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Hit to right, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs take the first 2 games of this series on the road.
Well, I'd say we got treated to a good one. Gotta love a game when you get 13 runs on the board. A lot of offense, but it doesn't end in a blowout. Tons of really good at-bats to look back on in this one.
And this one ends with the score 8-5. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB.
Trust the vibe when it's the